Today at Manchester Theatres is an absolute pleasure to be joined once more by the lovely Louise Dearman, who is going to be coming to the Bridgewater Hall with the Hallé from the 14th of February in their concert From Broadway with Love. Now, as always, Louise has been crazy busy. She has been bopping around everywhere doing all kinds of concerts, whether it's her own tour, she's been a guest vocalist, her Defying Gravity tour with Kerry Ellis and Rachel Tucker, and of course, as you do, just finding a little bit of time to film in that big movie, Wicked 2 for Good. As a leading lady, we know and love Louise from shows such as Guys and Dolls, Cats, Evita, and she is still the only person to have played both Elphaba and Glinda in a principal role. So thank you so much for joining me. I mean, we're going to be chatting musicals, Valentines, Hallé. We've got a lot to get through.
We've got lots to cover. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you. So, the show From Broadway with Love, is it going to be love songs from Broadway or songs that we love to love from Broadway?
It will be a bit of a mixture of both.
Mm.
I mean, we sing everything from, the classics from Meet Me in St. Louis and Calamity Jane. And oh my goodness, what have we got? We got Oklahoma, all the way through to Phantom of the Opera, Les Miserables, Wicked, We Will Rock You. There is a real mixed bag in there. And yes, some of them are beautiful love duets and love songs, but others, as you say, are songs that we just all love, the classics from musical theatre.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty certain that there is something for everyone because all different styles of musical theatre are covered in this one concert. It's gorgeous.
Definitely. And I think it's like you've said there, you've got older musicals like South Pacific to newer ones, Mamma Mia, but
Mm.
it's the style of the musical as well, isn't it? You've got so from ones that are kind of performed all the time and are on Broadway right now to ones that you
Yeah.
don't see quite so often, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, that's it. And it's lovely for me and Matt Ford, who I'm singing with on the night. It's lovely for us to get to experiment and sing in those different styles. I, for one, I think I've been asked the question before, how would you describe your voice? And honestly, I love challenging myself with so many different styles of music. And I love so many different styles of music. So for me, being able to create that kind of authentic sound to marry with the piece of music is so important. And it's just glorious. It makes it so much more interesting. So to sing everything from South Pacific all the way through to Wicked is a challenge in one concert, let me tell you. If my voice is like, what are you doing? Where are you going? What are you singing next? But it's also really exciting.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I think you mentioned last time we chatted about, that the beauty of getting to perform with a full orchestra, which when you're doing the actual show, of course you've got that orchestra, but you've not got one quite as big with like a symphony in the middle and of
Oh no,
ballet
never.
or
I
yeah.
feel like orchestras, for the most part, are being stripped back quite a bit for musicals. So there is nothing like it. There is nothing like hearing that sound from some of the greatest musicians in the world all together, and you get to perform on stage with them. It's not something that I honestly ever get bored of or take for granted. It's a real treat, and it just elevates everything. And like you say, people may have heard some of this music before, but to hear it with an orchestra live is something else.
It really is, and it's an amazing venue to listen to it in as well. So, is there anything in there that's new for you, as in that you've not necessarily sung before?
Oh, do you know, I haven't sung. What am I learning at the moment? I have sung it before, but it was quite a while ago. Too Many Mornings from Follies and Let's Misbehave as well. That's one that I've never performed before, which again is nice to see something on a set list. I'm like, I've never done that. I need to sit down and actually learn this, and trying to find the different versions and the different takes on it, I love doing as well. So I was on the phone this morning to Matt Ford, and we were going through every song we're performing together just to make sure that we're singing the right parts. And yeah, like I say, it's a challenge, but it's also a lovely part of my job to do something different. But yeah, there, like I say, there's an awful lot of songs in there that's yeah, it's going to test my memory. Let's just say.
So we've called it's called From Broadway with Love. What kind of role or show or job do you think would tempt you to kind of uproot everything that you've got here, your family and everything, and actually go over to Broadway and sort of say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for a bit.
Do you know what's really interesting? Because I was very fortunate that you mentioned my concert Gravity that I do with Kerry Ellis and Rachel Tucker. We performed that at the Drury Lane Theatre in London in August last year. It sold out. We're now going on a UK tour, and we just went to New York. We just
Wow.
performed on Broadway. I mean, the other two girls have been in musicals on
Yeah.
Broadway. I haven't, so I feel like I don't know if I'm really allowed to say I've performed on Broadway, but I'm going to take it and run.
Yes, you can.
Um, but it was incredible because I've really only visited there once, and it was a real sweeping visit because I had to get back for work. But this time I got to really experience it and just be there for 4 or 5 days, and I can see why people just want to be there. It's so exciting. It genuinely has such a buzz about it. Um, I'm such a homebod, and I
Yeah.
don't know if I would ever up sticks, but with my job right now, with doing concert work, it means that I get to go and explore the world, but
Yeah.
come back home quite swiftly to my family. So I do get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But I did, while I was out there, I went to see the musical Death Becomes Her, which
Oh, yeah.
was so hilarious. It was brilliant. So that was a really fun thing to do. So who knows? Who knows? But is to be even offered the opportunity to go out there is incredibly exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and we have to talk about another thing that has been exciting was that you did, as someone who has played, we said both Glinda and Elphaba, you got invited along to film for the second movie. So
Yeah.
talk to me about that experience.
Well, there's a very exciting part of the story, and then there's quite a tragic part of the story. So, um, about five of us who have played the leading ladies, the witches in the musical, were asked to have just a very small part in it, a scene with Ariana Grande, and it was so thrilling to be there on set. She's a beautiful human being. She was so kind to us. I was in a scene with Emily Tierney and Diane Pilkington, so there were three ex-Glindas together. And John M2 made sure he made such a fuss of us. We were in lots of the scenes with Ariana. Very, very exciting. And we discovered about 2 weeks before the movie was released that that particular scene had to be cut.
It's so
So
frustrating, isn't it?
that's showbiz, kid.
Yeah.
But it was, you have to just kind of roll your eyes and go, oh, well, I experienced it. It was wonderful. But this is where fans come in, and this is where fans are amazing. I don't know how they get hold of it, but I suddenly started being sent on Instagram clips of the deleted
Wow.
scene. And I was thinking, how did you get this? Maybe I just don't look hard enough. I don't know. But yeah, so I have little snippets of the scene and little screenshots of me with Ariana. And yeah, really, it was so exciting to do. No one could take that bit away from us. But
Yeah,
no,
no, no.
we didn't make it into the actual movie. But like I say, that is showbiz and it happens an awful lot. But
It
it
does.
was very exciting. It was a great day.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And like you say, such a wonderful cast. And yeah, Ariana means a lot to us in Manchester with obviously what happened and
Yeah,
everything.
of
So she
course.
she was so incredible the way that she supported everyone.
Yeah.
So big shout out to her. Um,
Oh,
so back to the Hallé, because that's what we're here to talk about ultimately. So they are so good at, of course, they have, their classical repertoire and everything they do, but they are so good at doing all of these additional concerts that just make live music so accessible. I mean,
yeah.
what a troupe to work with, right? They're just
Yeah,
brilliant.
they're incredible. I've worked with the Hallé many times over the years, which is always a treat. And like you say, I don't know what I'm going to be singing next, but in the same way, I guess that I love exploring my voice and the challenges that that brings and creating an authentic sound. I guess I'm speaking for them, but I think they do that really well too. They do the classic material really beautifully, and they get to do the musical theatre stuff as well really beautifully. So it's it's just joyous. It really is. Just I look forward to the rehearsal where you first hear everything for the first time and you get to perform together, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. And of course, the show itself. So yeah, it's wonderful.
So, what might people not know then? Something maybe about the Hallé or the Bridgewater Hall that you've
Oh,
discovered. So, have they got like a secret string section of rockers, or is there sort of any weird tradition that you have to do as you go? Like, what might we not know?
Oh, I don't know. In terms of the orchestra, I have no idea. I mean, I'm at the Bridgewater Hall a lot. I'm there every single year on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
I know, I'm
So
there too.
it feels like home. I know exactly where I'm going. I head straight to my dressing room, which is always the same one. I love the building. The people are so glorious. I love the city. It's always a joy coming back. But no, I have no idea. I
There
can't
you
give you
go.
snippets. I'm sorry, that's so boring. But I'll
That's
tell you
okay,
what,
but
I'm
that's
gonna
your
find
secret mission.
I'm gonna find something out that I can give the audience for next time. I promise.
There we go. So the whole thing is taking place on Valentine's, and what a beautiful way to celebrate it. You know, don't go out and go to a restaurant where you're overpriced and you're all squished in and everything. Come to a concert like this because it's perfect for, you know, couples, for Palentines, Galentines,
Yeah.
just about everything, isn't it?
But also, you can go out for a meal beforehand and then
Very
come and
true.
watch the show with an orchestra. Myself, Matt Ford, led by the brilliant Stephen Bell. What a glorious way to end your Valentines.
Yes.
I mean, we get to spend Valentine's Day together.
I mean, and musical theatre. I mean, what else do you want, right?
Come on, people, what more do you want?
What more do you want? So, what does Valentine's Day usually look like for you then? Are you the big romantic? Are you a kind of free hugs coupon kind of person?
I'm all about the small gestures.
Yes.
So I usually do a nice meal where I'll do it with my daughter and we'll kind of create a menu. She loves creating a menu, putting it on the iPad, making it look all zhuzhy so that when daddy comes home, that's all set up. But it really is, I think, less about spending tons of money and doing the big things, but just reminding ourselves in our busy lives to just say you mean so much to me and just do, those small little gestures is lovely. So we
Absolutely.
never go too crazy, and we're going to have to find a different day to celebrate it anyway now. So
Yeah.
because I'm
Well,
like, bye, I'm busy.
yeah, I love you, but bye.
Love
Yeah.
you, bye bye. Yeah.
And finally, what I always love asking people who are doing these concerts, especially when the regulars like yourself, if the Hallé came to you and said, right, Louise, you've done this a lot with us now, it's your turn. What would you want to do? What kind of a concert would you love? What themed show would you want to do?
This might seem crazy to some people, but soul,
Oh, yeah.
because I grew up listening to soul and Motown music, which I just love. I think it ignited my passion for singing. And so to do something like that, which would obviously be completely unexpected from Louise Dearman from musical theatre. But again, I guess it's kind of another sign that I just love singing so many different genres of music. And I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Like a kind of soul Motown kind of show would be really great.
There
So
we
something
go.
like that.
Yeah. Well, we put it out there now. So, you know,
It's in the
let's,
universe.
yeah, pray to the jazz hand gods and all of that. Louise, thank you so, so much for joining me today.
Pleasure.
It's been an absolute joy. And as we've said, you can catch her with the Hallé at the Bridgewater Hall on but I nearly said Friday the 14th then. No,
No,
Saturday the 14th of February. I'm terrible with my dates. Saturday the 14th of February at the Bridgewater Hall with the Hallé from Broadway with Love. Thank you so much, Louise. And I will
yeah.
see you there.
See you there. Bye.